Well, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the delay. I'm Representative Ron Marsico. I'm the state representative for portions of Dauphin County here, the state capital. So welcome. What a beautiful day, Pennsylvania. What a beautiful spring day, finally. And so, as you probably know, as you came in, you can see there's a Support the Troop rally right out front of the Capitol steps in the front. And it happens every year, so which is a good thing to do. So I just wanted to say welcome to the Capitol. Welcome to the most beautiful capital in the United States, according to the Smithsonian Institute. Also, when President Teddy Roosevelt was here and dedicated this capital, he called it the most handsomest capital in the United States, the most handsomest. So we're really proud of our capital, proud of the entire complex. You can see how beautiful this rotunda is, and tell you even more, not more, but the same beauty is the House of Representatives chamber and also the Senate chamber. And if we get done in time, I know the tour starts at 2 o'clock, I think. Is that right? Where's John? And if not, John Hanks, who helps with this program, the events part of the program, can give his own tour and does a great job. So I wanted to say that we have a delay because of our keynote speakers on our way here with a handicapped person, so we had to make some arrangements for that. So sorry for the delay. But I'm very pleased to introduce our MC for today. Gary Sutton is the lead commentator for High School Sports Live and a regular at the PCN State Championship events. He has done PIAA championships for 23 years. Gary has his own radio talk show every morning, WSBA AM, from 9 to 12 every morning, and does a tremendous job with that. He has an extensive background in coaching boys and girls basketball. Coached Columbia to the Boys State Championship in 1987. York Sports Night Hall of Fame, and also the Columbia chapter, the Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. Gary was the originator of York Unity AAU basketball and helping 16 girls get Division I scholarships from participating in basketball showcases. Gary's accompanied by his wife, Debbie, and let's welcome Gary as our MC.
Thank you, Representative Marsico. My name is Gary Sutton. I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for this event today. It is an honor to be asked to be here and be among such talent here all in one place inside the rotunda. Marsico Sports Group and Sports Recruiters is proud to present and welcomes you to the second annual Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Awards Luncheon.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you, God, for this gorgeous day. Thank you for the opportunity to gather together here to honor some recipients, God. We thank you for the gifts and the talents that you have given us all, Father. Thank you for the game of basketball. Thank you for each of the award winners here today and their families. Lord, I pray a special blessing on them and their families, God. We thank you, God, for the food that we are about to partake of. I ask that you bless it to nourish us, God. Be with us in this event. Thank you for all that you have given us, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Rip, and thank you also for your service to our country. Thank you so much. The Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Awards program is a concept developed by the principals of Sports Recruiters, a service designed to connect high school athletes with college coaches. Its board of advisors is replete with former and current high school athletes and coaches, as well as respected business, civic, and community leaders. Our awards program today is the next step following 5 years of the very successful PA football program, the Mr. PA football program. Today it's time to again honor the young men and women on the court, and today we're doing it off the court. The votes were from sports fans, high school coaches, and sports writers, sportscasters from all across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The fans, media, and coaches each represented 1/3 of the vote. This year we had more than 21,000 votes that were cast. That is 15,000 more votes than last year. One might say there's a lot more interest this year in Miss PA and Mr. PA basketball. The voters were instructed to consider the following criteria: athleticism, performance, character, integrity, academics, sportsmanship, and teamwork. Marsico Sports Group consists of 5 affiliates. You can get more details of the services they provide on their website at marsicosports.com. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the advisory team. Thank you for all of your help. I'd also like to acknowledge the sponsors and thank them for their generous support. You can read the list of sponsors on the back of your program. I hope you all take a moment to look at those, because there are some great people here that have sponsored this very worthwhile event. We'd also like to recognize all of the high school coaches present, and I'd ask those high school coaches at this time to please stand. May we recognize them with our applause, please. All the high school coaches, boys and girls. Thank you to all of you for the great job that you do in working with the athletes, and we also thank and recognize members of the media that are here today with us. We'd also like to thank all of you who make the program possible. Please give yourself a nice round of applause as well today, would you please? Sports Recruiters is honored and proud to team up with a very worthwhile charity for this event, the 3-Star Foundation. We're very pleased to have with us this afternoon Mr. Dave Marshall, who you've already met for a moment, and Charlie Fortney, Program Director of Advanced Hoops and Director of the Mr. and Miss PA Basketball Selection Committee. Dave and Charlie, we'd like to invite you to come to the podium right now for a few words. Advanced Hoop is a long-standing partner of the 3-Star Foundations, and Sports Recruiters is pleased, by the way, to donate a portion of today's proceeds to the 3-Star Foundation. Charlie and Dave?
Thank you. I am the board chair of the 3-Star Foundation. Been involved with it since 1995. Actually, Charlie and I were the co-founders of the 3-Star Foundation. What it is, our main program reaches out to youth here in the Harrisburg area. Actually, work with the Harrisburg School District mostly, and we run a mentoring basketball league for students in the high school, for the high school age. And this past year, we just concluded a very successful year once again. We had about 60 young gentlemen participate in the program, and we wrapped up about 2 weeks ago and have a lot of great volunteers and some sponsors that get involved. We have mentoring sessions each week with the youth, kind of basketball's the hook, and we talk about life skills. We talk about things that pertain to their lives. We invited a couple of organizations, Pinnacle Health and Belco, that came and talked about some things around life skills with some of the things that they offer. So some good opportunities. Some other programs that 3-Star offers is huddle groups at Harrisburg High and the junior or the middle schools. We provide basketball and mentoring programs to several different programs in the Nativity School, the Boys and Girls Clubs, the Diacon Youth Center. We provide programs for them as well. We're offering a summer hoop camp at Christian Life Assembly this summer for ages 8 through 14. And that will be in August 10th through the 14th. You can get more information about that on our website. So the 3 stars represent the body, mind, and spirit. It's character development, academic assistance, and physical fitness, mostly through hoops. We're here to honor two individuals who meet those high ideals in all three aspects. They are student athletes who demonstrate strong character, academic excellence, and athletic achievement. And Charlie's going to talk more about them and offer those awards.
I think it goes without saying that the recipients last year and the recipients this year have to also be very high achievers athletically. We're looking for examples in the classroom, on the court, and also socially, volunteerism, and whatnot. Our first recipient is a female who's experienced a lot of success with her team. She's from Cumberland Valley High School, played on 3 teams that have played in the state championship, and 2 of them have won the state championship in the last 2 years, 2014, 2015 Quad A state champions. She's also in the top 10 in three-point shooting percentage in the state of Pennsylvania. She also has 17%, top 17% of her Cumberland Valley graduating class. I almost thought that was a shooting percentage for a second there. I got a little nervous for more. Sorry. Also, Cumberland Valley National Honor Society. She's a volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House, volunteer at Bethesda Mission, volunteer at the Youth Development Camps for Post Players at CV, committee member of the CV Mini-Thon, raising money for kids in pediatric cancer, attends Carlisle Evangelical Free Church, led CV in three-point shots made, 51, and three-point percentage, 44%. Our 3-star female award recipient for this year that goes to a student exercising high academic, high athletic achievement, and also great character is Morgan Bachman from Cumberland Valley High School. Congratulations, Morgan. Morgan, stand off to the side and stay here because we're going to have a picture at one point with the male recipient. This next young man does it on the basketball court and the football field. He's a volunteer. He went on a mission trip to Red Lake Indian Reservation. He also had a mission trip to Niagara Falls community. He's a part of the SAD group, SHADE, and also the Interact. Academically, the Northern Lebanon Superior Honor Roll, National Honor Society, and top 5% of the graduating class. 1,000-point scorer in basketball, continuing basketball career at McDaniel College. Outstanding back of the year for football, LL Football Section 3 All-Star. Offensive back of the year, LL Football Section 3 All-Stars. He's led his team to win sectional first outright LL Lebanon League titles, Section 3 championship, first one since 1991 for Northern Lebanon. Our male recipient for the 3-star award 2015 is Isaac Ray from Northern Lebanon High School. Isaac Ray. Isaac's a pretty good shooter. I was joking with these two that they should probably go out down the street and see who's a better foul shooter here afterwards. Are pretty good. Let's give a round of applause for both of these recipients.
At this time, we'd like to recognize Tom Longenecker, COO of Commonwealth Connections Academy, today's platinum sponsor. Tom? There he is. Like a good server, Tom, you always catch him right in the middle of getting served, right? We'd also like to recognize our gold sponsor, AT&T. Can we give them a nice round of applause as well? And as we mentioned earlier, please make sure that you check the back of your program and identify all the people who were kind enough to help make all this possible. Please welcome at this time Coach Denny Bavaria, retired coach of Cumberland Valley Girls Basketball, now at the Mark Lusgard and Pancreatic Cancer Foundation, and Charlie Fortney of Advanced Hoops. Would you welcome both of them, please? Thank you.
There's a surprise to the ceremony today. Denny Bavaria coming and speaking about the foundation that he started is no surprise. We've been talking about it for months, even back to last year. And Denny, before we go any further, I do want to say that everybody was handed in the last 20 minutes, put on their table a brochure that talks about the foundation and also has a 8x11. If you open it up, it's in the middle of the table of the foul shoot-a-thon that you're going to be hosting in the fall. And I don't want to steal any of the thunder of you talking about that because it's a passion of yours. But Denny, a number of us had felt that that you were deserving of a much more higher recognition here today. I think Coach Wolf would agree, and a number of the high school coaches that are out here, Mrs. Irwin, Mr. Wolf, and any other high school coaches in attendance here today. Okay, I know we have some Joe Proctor as well, but they can't do their job as effectively unless you have some grassroots people in the community. And Denny, for years, you've been serving the community in a lot of different ways, and everybody at their table has a summary, believe me, it is a summary of your resume. I just want to talk a little bit about some of the things in your basketball resume. You did have a playing experience at Northampton Community College, team captain of the men's basketball program, 88 to 91. And that's where I met you years ago at the West Shore YMCA, coordinating youth programs for years. Also 1994 to present, involved in building a grassroots organization, CVYBA. 23 years with travel teams, building that community. Over 650 wins in that time. Also from 2000 to present, 30 former Capital Elite AAU girls playing some college basketball, a number of tremendous players. You may even be able to talk about this. And from 2002 to present, assisting Cumberland Valley High School 9th grade girls coach, 4 undefeated teams, a record of 161 and 19. And I think you coached a few of these girls. You could talk about it when you have the opportunity here. 2004 to 2009, coached Capital AAU, career record 187 and 47. 2010-13, coached the 9th grade girls to a career record 231-29. Without further ado, on behalf of the Mr. PA and Miss PA committee, we'd like to present Denny Bavaria with a 2015 Lifetime Coaching Award. The committee thanks you for your service at every level of coaching, coordinating basketball programs, and the support to so many other coaches and players and area programs. Thank you, Denny. Let's stand and give Denny an honor here today. He is really surprised right now.
I am really honored, Charlie, and thank you, Wade, this whole committee, being part of it, and being part of Coach Wolf's staff. It is very special at Cumberland Valley, and been there a long time, and I love the school district, and it's very special to me. But I want to talk about the Lustgarten Foundation. That's why Charlie asked me here. My wife passed away 17 months ago from pancreatic cancer. I was devastated. Never sick a day in her life. Just retired after 35 years, 3,000 hours of sick leave, and 6 months after that, she's diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and she lasts only 8 weeks. So we got through that with our faith, family, and friends, and the CV community was a big supporter of that. So last year at this time, I wanted to do something in her honor and keep her memory alive. So I did some research, and I found this Lustgarten Foundation out of New York, Long Island. Mark Lustgarten was the founder of Cablevision in New York. He was also head of Madison Square Garden. He died at 53 from pancreatic cancer. So I did more research, and I talked to the doctors at University of Penn. They said it's the best foundation going. So there's walks, there's runs, there's a number of things, but there's nothing about basketball to raise money. So I decided on having a foul shooting contest where we would have sponsors and we would have participants. Okay, and our participants would go get sponsors. They would shoot 100 foul shots, and Charlie shot. If the sponsor would donate 25 cents, 50 cents for every one they made out of 100. All that money goes to Les Garden Foundation. 100% of every dollar goes to the Les Garden Foundation because Cablevision funds every administrative cost. So my goal was only $10,000. I was surprised. We made $30,000 the first year. We had people shooting. We had people shooting in Indiana. We had people shooting in Louisiana. People picked it up from the Les Garden Foundation. It's gone all over. Cumberland Valley has hosted it last year, but I had York Catholic, Dallastown, West Perry. We're trying to make it even bigger this year, and with your support, we're hoping to do that. I can't thank you enough for letting me speak about this. This is very dear to my heart. It was a tragic loss, but something good will come out of this. And if we can save somebody's life or early detection, because pancreatic cancer is the silent killer. No one knows they have it until they have it, and it's a stage 4. It's going to be the second leading cause of cancer deaths in 4 years in the world. So please, thank you for your support. Thank you for the time here, and especially for the award. I was surprised. Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker today, Maggie Taylor Lucas. Maggie is a player with the Indiana Fever of the WNBA. She was the number 21 draft pick in 2014. In high school, Maggie led Germantown Academy, located in Montgomery County outside of Philadelphia, to its second straight independent school state title and its 12th consecutive inter-academic league crown when she was playing in high school. Named to the Parade Magazine 34th Annual All-American High School Girls Basketball 4th Team in 2010. She was a second-team ESPN Rise Girls Basketball All-American as a senior. She was 4th Team Max Preps Girls Basketball All-American in 2010. She averaged 23 points a game, 4.5 assists, and 3.8 steals per game. She is just the second McDonald's High School All-American to attend Penn State. She is ranked second in Penn State history and 4th in Big Ten history with 2,510 points. Named 2014 Big Ten Player of the Year by the media, she became just the 7th player in Big Ten history to earn multiple honors. She garnered unanimous All Big Ten first team honors for the 3rd time, making her the 6th player in program history with 3 or more first team accolades. She was the Big Ten Player of the Year for the 2013-14 season. Last May, Maggie was the 21st pick, as we said, of the 2014 WNBA draft by the Phoenix Mercury, and of course now is a player with the Indiana Fever. Maggie was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Her parents are Betsy and Albert Lucas. She has 2 brothers, Peter and Ben. She graduated in May of 2014 with a degree in Recreation, Park, and Tourism Management. Please welcome our keynote speaker for today, WNBA player and PSU alumni, Maggie Lucas. Maggie?
Keynote speaker. I really have kind of grown up a little bit. That makes me sound kind of old. But I'm very happy to be here today. I've actually been living in France for the last 8 months, so I'm very pleased to speak to a group of English speakers. It's a nice homecoming. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to be here, and congratulations to all of you. You know, in these seats right now, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous of you guys. I mean, you guys are getting ready to enter into one of the most exciting times of your life. You're going to college. Like, I would give anything to go back and experience my last 4 years at Penn State all over again and, you know, do all that one more time. But, you know, you guys should be very excited and, you know, thrilled to move on to this next chapter of your lives. And, you know, I was looking through the list of the schools you guys are going to, and, you know, it's so impressive, and you guys should be really, really, really proud of all the hard work that has gotten you to this point. A little bit more about my history. I did grow up, I was born in Philadelphia, raised in Narberth. It's a small town right outside of Philadelphia. I was a gym rat from the moment, you know, I picked up a basketball. I was 4 years old when I started playing. Little headband, Tennessee jersey, basketball shorts, all year round. I would get calls home from the principal to my parents, you know, Maggie needs to wear pants. She needs to stop wearing shorts. It's December 2nd. there's snow on the ground. Please, she needs to dress appropriately. This isn't acceptable. But, my excuse was, principal, like, you never know when you're going to have an opportunity to, get in the gym and shoot. I would carry a ball with me everywhere I went. You had to be prepared at all times. So that was my excuse, and got sent to the principal quite a few times for that. But I went on to Germantown Academy. I played for Sherry Retief. Great coach. Learned so much from her. One of the biggest things I want to talk to you about today is the changes you're going to go through in this next time when you move on to college. And I kind of started preparing myself for the changes I was going to experience down my career throughout basketball. When I went to high school, I chose to go to a high school where I knew nobody. First day of school, I was walking around just scared out of my mind, just how old? 14, 15. But yeah, I chose a high school because I wanted to play with Caroline Doty, who went on to UConn. I wanted to be surrounded by players that would make me better on the first day of practice. I didn't want to be the best player on my high school team right away. I wanted to be pushed, and that's exactly what I accomplished at GA from day one. Moving on to Penn State, I chose to attend Penn State when I was a sophomore in high school. I chose Penn State, and I played for Coquise Washington, who she's done great things with that program in the last couple of years. Before the class before me, Alex Bentley, Nikki Green, they came in first, and then my class came in, and we pretty much took a losing program that hadn't been to the NCAA tournament, wasn't even really a conversation in the Big Ten. We took that to a 3-time Big Ten regular season championship team, and that's something we were all very, very proud of. But something I really struggled with, you hear about the accolades I collected and the championships we won as a team, but something I struggled with when I first got to Penn State was I was the bottom of the totem pole again. I was coming off the bench, and that was something that was difficult for me, something that I was not used to. You come out of high school, you guys are all stars, best player on your team, leading scorers. And I came into Penn State, and I said, you know what, Maggie, it's not the best thing for you to be starting on this team. That's not what's going to help our team. We need you to come off the bench, and we need you to be a spark. So, that was something that I had to accept, and it was different, like I said, than anything I'd ever had to do before. But you got to accept your role, and that's one thing that as you move on to this next step, you move into college. It's really important for you to realize is things are going to be different, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Being the sixth man, that pushed me to work harder than I ever had. I had to work harder because I knew, if I wanted to change my role in the future, I had to go out and get it. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to go work for it, and it teaches you a whole lot, and you learn a lot about yourself. From there, I told myself, if I'm going to be sixth man, I'm going to be the best sixth man I can be. And that year I won sixth man of the year. We didn't win a Big Ten championship, which was the overall goal. But moving forward, we went off that season and we went on to win, 3 championships, which was like no other. Worked my way up, got into the starting lineup, became one of the better players in the conference. And then, before I knew it, I blinked, and my college career was done, and I'm sitting with my family in Philadelphia. My best friend, Tay, we're watching the WNBA draft. And, that was one of probably the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life. There I was. I see my name come up on the screen, and here I am. Haven't even graduated yet, and I'm moving to Phoenix in a week. And so, I go back up to Penn State, pack up my apartment. I'm out of there. There was no walking for me, no walking to graduation, but I was okay with going on to the WNBA. I spent... I got to Phoenix, and it was really, really cool because here I am. I still feel like a little kid, and I'm standing next to Diana Taurasi, and 3-on-2, and I'm like, this is full circle. I'm standing next to this girl who I grew up watching, and I looked up to her, I idolized her, and here I am. Spent 2 weeks in training camp there. On the last day, I was traded to the Indiana Fever. So I hop on a red eye in the middle of the night, and I'm in Indiana the next day. It was a whirlwind, experience. I'm in Indiana the next day. I make a roster, and I'm seeing my name on a locker in the Indiana Fever locker room, and it's like I'm realizing my dreams. from there, it was a hard first year. Again, I'm challenged and I'm taken away from a role that I had become so accustomed to. Penn State, I was a starter, one of the, top players on the team. And here I am now, I'm sitting on the bench. First time, I'm sitting on the bench, I'm not six man, look down a couple more. But, I'm learning from Tamika Catchings, I'm learning from Breanne January, Shavante Zealous, I'm learning from the best players in the world. And, this is another opportunity that's been given to me through basketball. And it's really amazing what it can do for you. First summer went by and I blink and there goes my first WNBA season. And then I'm on a plane to France, a small town called Arras, northern France, about an hour and a half from Paris. I don't speak a word of French. My dad actually told me, he goes, I had this moment, Mags, where I'm driving home from the Philly airport, and he goes, I just put my daughter on a plane to a foreign country. I have no idea who's picking her up, where she really is, or anything. And there I was, standing at the Paris airport, get picked up by two Frenchmen. They don't speak any English. I don't speak any French. They're just holding a little Maggie Lucas sign. And I get in a van with them, and we just start driving through the country of France. But that's the grind, and that's being a pro basketball player, especially a female professional basketball player, because we go overseas and we grind for 8 months, then we come back and we play in the WNBA, and we just keep going. I was telling Tay today, in less than a year, I played in the NCAA, the WNBA, and in the French league in less than a year, and it goes by so quick. And as you guys step into this next chapter of your guys' lives, and you guys go on to your colleges, all different, all great schools from what I've seen, and you guys are going to do great. But I really just encourage you to reach out to every aspect that this school is going to offer you. They're going to give you their community, they're going to give you your classroom, they're going to give you their facilities, they're going to give you everything you could ever want, anything you could ever need. And I just encourage you to reach out to your community, get involved, become a part of. Each school has its own family, and you're going to get welcomed into it with open arms. So give back to that community, reach out to them, and become a part of them. My best friend, I consider her a sister. She didn't go to Penn State, but we met through the Penn State family. I was coming home from a away game from Ohio State. We got our butts kicked my freshman year. Just Jantel Lavender, Sammy Prahalis, they were just running up and down the court with us. And I was sitting on the bus ride home. Our plane was delayed, and I'm sitting there. And one of my teammates, her mother actually worked at CHOP, Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, and she had like a late night shift, and she's working in this hospital room over at CHOP, and she sees a little wheelchair with a basketball blanket over it, and she's like, "Oh, you're a basketball fan?" And there's T-Dip sitting there, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm a basketball fan, but I'm not a happy one tonight. My Penn State girls, they got their butts kicked." She's like, "Penn State girls, my daughter plays for Penn State." So next thing I know, I'm on the phone talking to Taylor Dippery, who is she was the leading three-point shooter on her wheelchair basketball team. So we had, the three-point thing in common. Immediately we talked that night. I was back in Philly that weekend. We met for the first time in CHOP, and she's been probably one of the most positive influences on my life, and that just came from reaching out to, the Penn State community. We were connected through basketball and through Penn State, and here I have one of the most meaningful relationships in my whole life, one of my biggest inspirations. So, you never know what door you're going to open and who you're going to meet, and, what's going to be given to you, and I just 100% just take advantage of it and enjoy it, because this is the best time of your guys' lives. You're going to look back on this forever, and you're going to cherish it. You're going to be playing with your sisters. They're going to become your sisters, your teammates. So, thank you for having me today. Enjoy these next 4 years. You guys have worked so hard. Thank you.
Maggie Lucas. She thought she was going on another trip. She stopped all of a sudden, and she thought we had another airplane ticket for her, so. The voting for Mr. and Miss PA basketball, as we said earlier, more than 195 players were nominated by the voters this year. The players were then paired down to the tremendous 20 for each gender, then the top 10. And that brings us to the finalists. There were more than 20,000 votes this year, as we mentioned. That's 20,000 votes. The players were chosen by basketball fans, coaches, and sports media from around the Commonwealth. Each represented 1/3 of the vote. Our first finalist was not able to be with us here today. He is Derek Jones from Archbishop Carroll. He was a forward, a senior this year, 19.2 points per game, 10.1 rebounds per game, 2.3 blocks per game. Had a chance to do his game in the state championships, and an unbelievable player. His career stats, 1,645 points, all-time leading scorer at Archbishop Carroll, which is saying something. 1,029 rebounds, 268 blocks, Class AAA Player of the Year. Player of the Year for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Player of the Year for the Delaware County Daily Times. Slam dunk champion at the #1 National High School Tournament, City of Palms. PIAA AAA State runner-up with his team. Two-time Class AAA First Team All-State 2014 and 2015. In 2015 was a 4-star recruit and ranked number 30 on ESPN's Recruiting Nation top list. That's the top 100 list. #1 ranked player in PA by ESPN's Recruiting Nation. And he signed with UNLV. Here to receive the award for him today is his head coach, Paul Romancic. Coach Romancic. Just gonna have you come up and stand up here with the players. Coach wishes he could suit up again, right? Jihad Proctor from Harrisburg, a guard and a senior. 24.4 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, 4.5 assists per game, 3 steals per game. He's been 3-time All-State. 2015 Class 4A, First Team All-State. 2014 Class 4A, Second Team All-State, 3-time Big 15. He's a McDonald's All-American nominee. He's a USA Today Second Team All-State. Harrisburg High School all-time leading scorer for Coach Kirk Smallwood. He has not chosen his college yet, but ladies and gentlemen, may we welcome to the dais here, Jihad Proctor. Jihad. And this is what happens when you live in York and don't get the Harrisburg Patriot. Right, Mike? 2 days ago, Jihad Proctor committed to Iona College. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Malik Gantz, Bishop McDevitt, guard, senior, 18.3 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 8 assists per game. 2015 Class AAA First Team All-State. 2014 Class AAA Second Team All-State, 1,248 career points. Nominated McDonald's All-American Team. 2-time Big 15, 2014, 2015, 2014 Mid-Penn Championship. All-Tournament Team in 2014 and 15. The 2015 Class AAA District 3 runner-up, member of that team as well. 2015 PIAA Class AAA quarterfinalists. Little Big Man Award and Donofrio Classic. 5 triple-doubles in 2015. Nominated for 2014 Mr. PA Basketball under head coach Mike Gaffey. He is signed with Harcum College. Let's recognize Malik Gantz. Our next nominee could not be here with us today, but we do want to recognize Matty McConnell, Chartiers Valley guard. He is a senior. 29.5 points per game, 9.1 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists per game, 4.9 steals per game, a 2015 First Team Class 4A All-State pick as a senior, 2,000 career points. His team won the 4A WPIAL State Champion, or WPIAL Championship, He's a Post-Gazette Player of the Year, leading scorer in Western Pennsylvania, shot 57% from the field and 64 three-pointers. Finished his career with 2,018 points. He scored 54 points and grabbed 24 rebounds in a game against Bethel Park. His head coach was Tim McConnell. He signed with Robert Morris. May we give a nice round of applause to Matty McConnell in absentia. Sagaba Konate from Kennedy Catholic, a forward. He is a junior. 17 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 3 blocks per game, and 1 steal and assist per game. He has a 3.2 GPA. He's a member of the PIA Single A District 10 champions, Western PA final runner-up, a first team all-region, first team all-district, second team Class A all-state, under head coach Richard Mancino. Let's welcome to our dais Sagaba Konate. And finally, our final nominee, Mr. Tony Carr, Roman Catholic. He's a guard, he's a junior. 12.8 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game. 2015 PIA Class 4A Player of the Year. 2015 First Team Class 4A All-State. A member of the 2015 PIA Class 4A Champions. First Team Catholic League All-Star. Led Roman Catholic to a 29-2 record this year under Coach Chris McNesby. Has not yet chosen a college. I don't believe Tony is here today. Is there a representative for Tony here today? Okay. Well, that's in again absentia. Let's give a nice round of applause to Tony Carr from Roman Catholic. For our girls, Cassidy Omagroso was not able to be here today because of a family emergency, and we are sorry she was not able to be here, but her numbers are gaudy. 26.7 points per game, 91 three-point field goals this year, 88% free throw percentage. The Pennsylvania Class AAA Player of the Year, junior and senior year. All-time WPIL girls three-point leader with 297. 2015 ESPN Hoop Girls ranked number 31 best point guard in the country. 3-time Post-Gazette Fabulous 5 selection, won the AAA First Team All-State all 4 years with her team. Post-Gazette Player of the Year, Terrific 10 Pittsburgh Tribune Review 4 years, 2014-2015 PIAA Class AAA State and WPIA All titles under Coach Steve Levico, signed with Duquesne University. Let's give a nice round of applause in absentia today to Cassidy Omagroso. Siani Cryer, Newman Goretti, a guard and a senior. 12.2 points per game, 4.83 assists per game, and 4 steals per game. Remember the 2015 PIAA AA champions, 2015 PIAA AA Player of the Year, 2014 PIAA AA State runner-up. Class AA First Team All-State in 2014-2015. The CBS Phillies Hoops Player of the Year. USA Today's Girls Super 25 Basketball #1 ranked high school girls basketball team in the country. Under Coach Letty Santarelli, she is signed with Georgia Tech. Let's please welcome to the dais, Siani Cryer. Siani? We were expecting her. She may have had travel issues, so if she comes in the door here, we'll give her another round of applause, okay? Callista Walters from Bethlehem Catholic. She's a forward. She's a senior. 22.1 points per game, 15 rebounds per game. Class AAA All-State Girls Basketball First Team from 2013, 14, and 15. 2,273 career points. 3-time league MVP and Player of the Year for the Allentown Morning Call. A 2015 Player of the Year for the Express Times under head coach Jose Medina, signed with the University of Pittsburgh. Please welcome Callista Walters. Greta Wise from Vincentian, a forward, a senior. 20.8 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists per game, 3.5 steals, 67% field goal percentage, 55.6% three-point field goal percentage, 74% free throw percentage. Her career points, 2,331. Was a member of the championship team of 2012, 13, 14, and 15 in the WPIL. 2014 and 15 PIA Class A champion, 2014 and 15 Class A Player of the Year, 2013 PIA Class A State runner-up, 2013, first team Class A All-State, sophomore, junior, and senior year. 2014 and 15, the Post-Gazette's Fabulous Five and Player of the Year. 2013, 14, and 15, the Tribune Review Terrific 10 Girls Basketball Player. 2012, points per game, top Fab 4 freshman girls basketball player. Reached the 2,000 point mark midway through her senior year under head coach Ron Moncrief. She is now signed with the University of Pittsburgh. Please welcome to our stage here, Brenna Wise. Brenna. Nicole Munger, Central Bucks West, a guard and a senior. 17.5 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, 3.4 steals per game, 8 double-doubles, assist-to-turnover ratio 4-1. 2015 was nominated for the McDonald's All-American team. 2015 inducted into Our Lady of Mount Carmel CYO Hall of Fame. 2015 Central Bucks West High School ranked number 2 Pennsylvania Penn Live, number 23 nationally USA Today. She was part of that team, obviously. 2015 Class 4A First Team All-State, PA Sports Writers. 2015 USA Today First Team All-America, or All-Pennsylvania, 2014 surpassed 1,000 points, Central Bucks West High School. 2011 to 2015, a 4-year starter, letter winner for Central Bucks West High School. 2014 and 15, she was the team captain for Central Bucks West. 2014, a finalist for the Miss Pennsylvania Basketball. 2014 Class 4A First Team All-State, PA Sports Writers. 2014 selected Suburban 1 All-League, selected First Team Junior. 2014 selected Daily Intelligencer All Intel First Team Junior. 2013-14 team captain for Central Bucks West. 2014 Play-by-Play Classic Philadelphia University, selected tournament MVP in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 2013 Nike National Championship Junior Division, first place in Augusta, South Carolina. And 2013 USJN, US Junior Nationals, National Championship in Washington, D.C., first place for that team under Coach Terry Brakowski. She is now signed with the University of Michigan. Please welcome Nicole Munger. Kelly Jaycott, Cumberland Valley, a guard, a junior. 18.8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 1.8 steals per game. Her junior year, she was the Pennsylvania Gatorade Girls Basketball Player of the Year, All USA Today PA Player of the Year, Max Prep's Honorable Mention All-American Team, PIA 4A Player of the Year, Class 4A First Team All-State, PIA 4A State Champion, the Patriot News Big 15 First Team, District 3 MVP, District 3 Champion, Mid-Penn Conference Champion, 53-pointers this year, ESPN Hoop Girls 2016 number 1 ranked player in Pennsylvania, ESPN Hoop Girls 2016 number 37 ranked nationally. In her sophomore year, she was a Class 4A First Team All-State member, PIA 4A State Champion, Mid-Penn Conference First Team, Mid-Penn Conference Champion, Patriot News Big 15 First Team. And in her freshman year, she was part of the PIA 4A State runner-up under head coach Bill Wolf, who, by the way, was picked this year as the Coach of the Year in 4A. He won his second straight championship, his third overall, and his team has appeared in 3 straight state championships. I'm going to ask him to stand up for a moment here very quickly. Coach Bill Wolf. And now I'm going to ask her to stand up. She is committed verbally to Villanova. Please welcome Kelly Jaycott from Cumberland Valley. And finally, Kyla Irwin, State College. She's a forward, she's a junior. 20.04 points per game, 13.1 rebounds per game, 2.3 blocks per game. Pennsylvania Class 4A All-State Basketball Team, second team 2014, first team in 2015. Pennsylvania Mid-Penn Basketball Conference Honors in 2013, 14, and 15. Pennsylvania Patriot News Big 15 selection 2013, 14, and 15. And the Pennsylvania District 6 MVP 2013, 14, and 15, under Coach Bethany Irwin. She is verbally committed now to the University of Connecticut. Please welcome Kyla Irwin. Kyla. Let's welcome Maggie Lucas now to come up to hand out the hardware.
The winner for the men's side is Derek Jones.
First off, I am not Derek Jones. I can jump a little bit like him, not quite, maybe 20 years ago. But I proudly accept this honor on behalf of Derek. He, unfortunately, he wanted to apologize for not being able to be here. He's on the West Coast in California playing in an all-star game, which actually is on tonight on CBS Sports if you're not doing anything on a Saturday night and want to watch some bad basketball. He was, as you can see, just like all these great girls and boys players, and you read down their stats. He was a pleasure to coach, and I think you'd like to know that. He was a very enjoyable kid to coach, a very unselfish kid. We had an injury go down. We had a center go down in the very beginning of the year, and here's Derek, he's probably going to play the wing in college. Not probably, he will play the wing in college if you've ever seen him play. He's just a little bit more of a YouTube sensation than anyone in this room here, with just his highlight reel dunks and things of that nature. His game translates more out to the wing, but he sacrificed his own, ambition and future in this game to help our team out, and played more of a traditional center role for us, and was, like I said, as unselfish and as great of a teammate as you could be. Once again, I proudly accept this honor for Derek. He wanted to thank everybody who voted for him, and thank his teammates, his parents, and his family, and of course me for coming on his behalf. So thank you.
We also would like to present plaques to each of our finalists here. So as I announce their names, if they can come up and receive their plaques, we'd appreciate it. We'll do it in this order, and Charlie can help make sure that Maggie gets these to the right people. Obviously, Derek Jones, we have a plaque for him. Jihad Proctor from Harrisburg. Malik Gantz from Bishop McDevitt. Matty Mikado will be getting that to him. Sagaba Konate. And Tony Carr. We could probably slip that over to Coach Romanczyk to take that back, right? Although he'd like to be, well, great year, by the way, this year. Coach Romanczyk's team was runner-up in the AAA this year. And now for the girls. We are about to present the Miss PA Award for the girls. Since we have no drum roll, we'll just let the awkward silence be here for a second, and we'll get Maggie to present our Miss PA, and then we will also present awards to each of our finalists. Maggie?
The winner for the girls' side is Kelly Jacott.
I just want to start off by thanking Mr. Fortney and the Pennsylvania Basketball Association for having me here today. It's an honor to accept this award. Also, special thanks to Maggie Lucas for coming and speaking today. Congratulations to the finalists on your successful season. I'm very fortunate to play basketball in Pennsylvania with such a high-level competition and talent. Coach Wolf, thank you for all you've done for me the past 3 years. I'm really excited to see what my senior year has to offer. Thank you to my mom, my dad, Pop, Jaji, and Murph for being here today. They all care about me a lot, and I care about them, so I'm really fortunate to have them with me. Coach Bavaria, you've been with me since the 3rd grade, and ever since I've been going to your camps, I've been very thankful for you supporting me along the way. Lastly, my sister, Katie, she's right over there. She's the one who pushes me every day to get better, and I'm really thankful for her. It's not often that you're best friends on the team, so I'm very, very thankful for that. Thank you for having me, and thank you for this award.
And again, we have plaques to award to each of our finalists. Cassidy Almagroso, who is not here today, we will get that to her, as well as, I believe, Siani Cryer, who I don't believe joined us since I last spoke to you. Callista Walters. Brenna Wise.
Great season.
Nicole Munger. Kelly Jaycott. And Kyla Irwin. Now, please welcome Wade Marsico, President and CEO of Sports Recruiters, for some final thoughts here on our festivities today. Thank you all so much for being such a wonderful audience today and being patient. And again, congratulations to all the girls and boys. I think they all deserve a great round of applause for the accomplishments this season. Wade?
First off, I'd just like to say to everybody here and all the finalists that are here, boys and girls, that, you know, what a great honor this is for everybody here, don't you think? All these finalists, I know we could only have one winner. This concludes our second annual Mr. and Miss PA Awards Banquet. I'd like to thank our partner, Charlie Fortney of Advanced Hoops. All the finalists are deserving of recognition, but again, we can only have two winners. And best of luck to everyone in your careers. I'd like to also make a point that our three-star winner for the boys, Isaac Ray, was nominated for the Mr. PA Football Awards program, which we held in February, and it shows what a tremendous student athlete he is here with being here again with the basketball. I wanted to make a point of that, and some of the underclassmen that we have here, both on the boys and girls side, they could possibly be here again, I would think, next year. And thanks to the PA Capital and CJ Catering for their hospitality. Another thank you to our sponsors, especially our platinum sponsor, Commonwealth Connections Academy, and Tom's here. Thanks again to Maggie Lucas for being our keynote speaker. Thank you to all the voters, and a special thank you to our advisory team and our volunteers here. And special thanks to our MC here, Gary Sutton. And also, I want to thank everybody for attending today's event. Please, everyone, drive home safely.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for the talents that you have given each of us and to them. I pray that they use them to bring glory to you, God, to use them, all that you have given them. Lord, thank you for this wonderful event. I pray that everyone goes home safely. Be with them. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.